The Voynich Manuscript, a paranormal enigma of historical mysteries. Have you ever held an old book, its pages whispering secrets in a language lost to time, and felt the weight of a mystery you couldn't unravel? I once stood in the quiet halls of Yale's Voynich Rare Book Library, gazing at a glass case where the Voynich Manuscript rests, its faded vellum covered in strange symbols no one can decipher. This 240-page enigma, likely crafted in the early 15th century, is filled with an unknown script, cryptic drawings of plants, stars, and human figures, and a puzzle that has baffled scholars, cryptographers, and dreamers for centuries. Is it a coded scientific treatise, a forgotten language, or an elaborate hoax? The Voynich Manuscript, a cornerstone of historical mysteries, echoes the unsolved murders of Jack the Ripper in London history, a true crime of knowledge that teases the mind with its silence. Tonight, we'll turn its ancient pages, trace its winding path through history, and explore an unsolved puzzle that hums with the allure of ancient codes, a strange phenomenon as haunting as the paranormal. Our story begins around 1410, in a time when Europe buzzed with the dawn of the Renaissance. Somewhere, perhaps in a candlelit scriptorium in Italy or Central Europe, an unknown author pens the Voynich Manuscript on calfskin vellum, using a quill to craft an elegant, flowing script unlike any known alphabet. The book, measuring 9 by 6 inches, is divided into sections: botanical, with drawings of unfamiliar plants; astronomical, with star charts and zodiac-like diagrams; biological, showing nude figures in pools of green liquid; and pharmaceutical, with roots and jars. Carbon dating, conducted by the University of Arizona in 2009, places its creation between 1404 and 1438, but its script, dubbed Voynichese, resists translation, with no clear grammar or recognizable words. By the 16th century, it surfaces in the court of Holy Roman Emperor Rudolph II, who buys it for 600 gold ducats, believing it holds alchemical secrets. The Voynich Manuscript, an ancient code that defies understanding, becomes a historical mystery that grips scholars like a true crime saga in European history. The manuscript's early history is as shadowy as its text. It likely passed through the hands of alchemists and occultists, including John Dee, the Elizabethan mystic, who may have sold it to Rudolph II in 1586. By 1666, it reaches Athanasius Kircher, a Jesuit scholar in Rome, via a letter from Johannes Marcus Marci, who claims it was written by Roger Bacon, a 13th-century friar. Kircher, a master of languages, fails to crack it, and the book vanishes until 1912, when Wilfrid Voynich, a Polish-American bookseller, buys it from a Jesuit college in Italy. Voynich's discovery, announced in 1915, sparks global intrigue, drawing codebreakers like William Friedman, who cracked Japan's purple cipher in World War II, yet even he admits defeat. Now housed at Yale, the manuscript draws thousands yearly, its pages a strange phenomenon that echoes Jack the Ripper's terror in London history, an unsolved puzzle that stirs the imagination with its paranormal allure. To humanize this enigma, let's imagine Elena, a fictional apprentice scribe in 1410's Milan, whose story weaves through the manuscript's creation. Elena, 17, works in a workshop, grinding pigments and binding vellum. She watches a cloaked scholar, her master, pen the Voynich Manuscript, his hands steady as he draws odd plants and stars. Elena doesn't understand the script but senses its importance, copying symbols in secret. When the scholar vanishes, she hides a page, fearing its secrets. Years later, Elena, now a teacher, tells her students of the book, wondering if it held cures or spells. Her descendants passed down her tale, and in 1912, a distant relative sells the manuscript to Voynich. Elena's story, though imagined, grounds the Voynich Manuscript in human hands, an ancient code that touched lives, much like true crime's grip on American history. Efforts to decode the Voynich Manuscript are a saga of brilliance and frustration. In the 1920s, Friedman's team at the U.S. Army's Signals Intelligence Service treats it as a cipher, testing substitution codes and anagrams but finds no pattern. In 1944, botanist Hugh O'Neill suggests the plants resemble New World species, hinting at a post-Columbus origin, but carbon dating disproves this. In the 1970s, Yale's Robert Brumbaugh proposes it's a hoax, a gibberish-filled prank, yet the script's statistical consistency studied by linguist Gordon Rugg in 2004 suggests deliberate design. In 2014, Stephen Bax, a linguist, claims partial decoding, linking symbols to plant names, but his work remains unverified. Artificial intelligence, applied by Greg Kondrak in 2018, suggests Hebrew-like patterns, yet no full translation emerges. The Voynich Manuscript, a true crime of cryptography, baffles experts like the unsolved murders of Russian history, an ancient code that deepens with each failed attempt. What is the Voynich Manuscript? The first theory is that it's a ciphered scientific text. Cryptographers like William Newbold in 1921 argue it hides alchemical or medical knowledge, perhaps by Bacon or a Renaissance polymath. The botanical drawings per botanist Arthur Tucker in 2013 resemble Mexican plants, suggesting a New World connection, though this conflicts with dating. Statistical analysis by physicist Andreas Schinner in 2007 shows the script mimics natural language with word frequencies like Zipf's law supporting a meaningful code. Yet, no cipher key exists and the text resists all known decryption methods, keeping the manuscript a historical mystery like Jack the Ripper's elusive identity in London history. A second theory posits it's a lost language or a constructed script. Linguist Jacques Guy, in 1991, compares it to shorthand systems, while others link it to extinct European dialects or even East Asian scripts, per Lisa Fagan-Davis in 2020. The script's 20 to 30 unique glyphs and repetitive patterns suggest a phonetic system, but no Rosetta Stone exists. In 2019, Gerard Cheshire claims it's Proto-Romance, a precursor to Italian, but his translation is widely disputed. This theory, grounded in linguistics, offers a cultural explanation but falters without a decipherable grammar, an unsolved puzzle in ancient codes akin to true crime's unsolved cases. A third theory suggests it's a hoax, a medieval or Renaissance scam. Historian Klaus Schmey in 2016 argues it's gibberish crafted to swindle buyers like Rudolph II, using tools like the Cardan grill to generate random text. The drawings per art historian Erwin Panofsky in 1950 lack scientific precision, hinting at fantasy. Yet, the manuscript's complexity, over 170,000 glyphs per Yale's scans, implies effort beyond a simple fraud. This theory, while skeptical, resonates with the era's occult market, a strange phenomenon that captivates like Jack the Ripper's debated motives in true crime. The evidence is tantalizingly vague. The manuscript's vellum, ink, and pigments, analyzed by Yale in 2011, are 15th century European, but its script matches no known system. Drawings of plants, like a possible sunflower, spark debate as sunflowers reached Europe post-1492. Star charts, studied by astronomer Brad Schaefer in 2017, don't align with known constellations. Statistical studies like Diego Amancio's 2013 network analysis show linguistic structure but no meaning. Like the Bermuda Triangle's lost ships, the Voynich Manuscript's truth is a void, a true crime enigma in historical mysteries that fuels endless speculation. The Voynich Manuscript's legacy endures, a silent riddle in library vaults. It inspired novels like The Book of Air and Shadows by Michael Gruber, films like The Voynich Code, and podcasts like Mystery Pages. In 2024, X Posts debated AI translations versus medieval hoaxes, reflecting its grip on modern minds. The manuscript shaped cryptography, inspiring World War II codebreakers, and draws scholars to Yale, much like Jack the Ripper's myth in London history. Like the dancing plague of 1518, its allure lies in its silence, a wound in knowledge that refuses to heal. Let's return to Elena, our scribe, to anchor the mystery. Decades later, Elena, now elderly, sits by a Milan hearth, her hidden page yellowed. She recalls her master's fevered writing, the book's strange beauty, and her own wonder. When scholars debate its meaning, Elena smiles, feeling its secrets are sacred. She tells her grandchildren of 1410, urging them to seek wisdom. Elena's awe, though imagined, ties the Voynich Manuscript to human curiosity, an ancient code that lingers like true crimes, unsolved murders, a paranormal enigma in unsolved puzzles. What does the Voynich Manuscript teach us? It's more than a historical mystery, it's a mirror of ingenuity, doubt, and the human quest for meaning. Like Jack the Ripper's victims, it's a puzzle we mourn, a code we chase. The cipher theory speaks to science, the language to culture, the hoax to deception. Each shapes our view of ancient codes, yet the manuscript eludes us, an unsolved case that challenges us to question, as we do with London history's mysteries, to honor the unknown. In 2025, as scholars probe its pages, we stand with Elena, asking her questions. Will we read its words, or will the book keep its silence? The answer matters less than the seeking, for in it, we honor its creators. The Voynich Manuscript, like the Dyatlov Pass or Jack the Ripper, is a bridge to the past, uniting us with those who wrote under the same stars. Its mystery is a flame we tend, ensuring its script endures. As we close, let's hold the manuscript close. It's a whisper in vellum, its story living in us. Its scribes, like Elena, didn't know we'd seek them, but they hoped, trusting time to listen. That hope inspires us to question, to seek, to dream. So, what truths will you chase? What codes will you crack? The Voynich Manuscript is silent, but its echo lingers in every mystery we unravel. That day at Yale, when I felt the book's pulse, I was silent. Now, I'd say the point is to keep listening, to keep searching, to keep wondering. The Voynich Manuscript is history's deepest riddle, but its spirit endures. What do you think? What does this book mean to you? Have you felt the pull of historical mysteries, the urge to uncover ancient codes in unsolved puzzles? Share your thoughts in the comments. Tell us what inspires you, what enigmas you want to explore. If you're captivated by the paranormal and the shadows of vellum, subscribe, hit that bell, and join us for more tales weaving past and present. The Voynich Manuscript is ours to carry forward. Thank you for turning its pages with us. Until next time, keep chasing the secrets lost in time.